deserved it last time. It was a 2-0 for T1, but it was the most tumultuous 2-0 you have ever seen in your life. And the Bros, I think, deserve to at least get a game win here. I think that we deserve that, 100% in the reboot, as we just saw. Performing so well. Now up, and I just feel like they are getting into a better and better position to win every time they set foot on the Rift.
Yeah,
You know, they had that big streak of wins where they were in really good form. I do think their recent matchups, they've struggled a bit more. We know Teddy's been spectacular for them, Gideon as well. A couple of rough losses in their X and D plus have not only made, but also the chances of making it to legends, as we talked about, much slimmer now. So they really need not only wins, but clean wins. And unfortunately, the last 3 matches, T1, Gen.G, HLE.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that game score is also going to come down to it, because right now they obviously need to match series score with D+, but also make up a lot of ground in game score. Means that you would love for them to get 2-0s. It's a hard sell when you're playing against these teams.
It's going to be a tough one. However, the only way for you to tackle it is whatever's in front of you, take them down. And until they're mathematically eliminated from Legend Group contention, we will continue to talk about it. As, the Bros with first pick, they did have side selection this time around. They will take away Carrier's Bard. Smart.
Good ban.
Yeah, there we go.
Orianna going to come out from T1. We've seen the ban meta shifting a little bit on this patch, and there's still Varus, Orianna, the must bans. But Karma Rumble going through quite a bit.
Yep, the Cassiopeia really feeling like the mainstay as far as how red side or second pick bans are concerned.
Sometimes get like a Jarvan or a Lucian at this point, or are we going to have a look in towards the Rumble, the Karma? Those are kind of the big 4 picks left available, I would say. We'll see what Hanjin Brionne up to take away from T1.
Yeah, I think banning away anything that isn't the Karma is a good idea. I think that Karma has been a pretty good first pick for Brionne because Namgung has been pretty good at it. And Teddy, as far as the champions that pair alongside Karma, you've got Jhin, Ezreal, and Caitlyn, namely. Yeah, those ones are pretty good for Teddy.
They're trying to draw out a Ryze ban here with this Anivia being taken away. Cassiopeia, Anivia already gone. Really puts emphasis on that Ryze first pick. So, Ascending T1, are you going to ban this? It'll give us something else in return.
The Jarvan is the problem there. Maybe you just leave Jarvan up and then you get the free Ryze.
They go for the Karma.
Yeah, I think it's smart.
But like Hanjin Brionne was setting up for a Ryze first pick, and then T1, Rumble, Jarvan up and available if they want to lean towards those. Be a pretty potent combo.
It's a lot of power, but a lot of faith in Roma. And this has been one of his better picks more recently. Some of, you know, the bro victories were off the back of Roma just making a whole bunch of money and doing so much damage in the later stages of the game.
Yeah. We've seen the Rumble priority drop a bit. They could also go like a Jarvan rotation here. And then Hanjin Brionne might take Rumble. You can just match it. We've seen the Cassante be pretty solid into it.
T1 have also made a habit of just not caring about Rumble at all. I feel like they do it often. As TF will be Faker's response into the Ryze.
Although, technically could be a flex. We saw a little bit of TF top.
Oh yeah, true.
But they end up going for that pick. And now, what are they going to pair with it? So going pretty different to all the picks we kind of talked about, and looking towards this Caitlyn, not going for the Jarvan, or going for the Ezreal, or the Rumble in this situation. But to me, this very much sells the T1 want to kind of crush bot lane and have the TF to back them up when doing so.
Yeah.
So I feel like Hanjin Brionne do need to think about that. Teddy has been such a big factor in a lot of their wins, and if T1's plan is to shut him out of the game, it's going to make things very difficult. Yeah,
and now they're threatening a Lux lock-in as well, as that has been something that Carrier has been just incredible at utilizing alongside Pace. Sort of snuck through just a little bit here. Gideon is going to get his hands on it, something that Owner has certainly made his name on, and received a couple of buffs and has looked pretty strong. I didn't see it pick up a win in our last series, but it has been a good ball to be locked in. This might help deny the Lux lock-in here for Carrier if they do want to answer the Rumble now.
Yeah, Lee Sin Ryze really strong combo. And do they want to match the Rumble now? What do they feel like they have more answers into? Do they want to prioritize the Jarvan for Owner? But then again, there's Jarvan, there's Xin Zhao, there's Nocturne, there's a lot of picks open. Play in the jungle.
လောဆယ်ဒီနေ့ SCK မှာ
They're going to prioritize
Figure
the Lux.
just a figure
They want to have that
လုံးဝဖြစ်တယ်
Caitlyn Lux pairing.
Yep.
I feel like it makes sense, especially since Bard is gone and Morgana's just not really played that much at the moment. And it really solidifies the fact they're going for heavy emphasis on the bot lane. Hanj and Brion haven't gotten to pick anything
ရန်ပဲလေးပါ
for the bot lane.
Place
They're going to start battling away some with the Xante, taking that away from the top lane matchup, which you've seen picked to pretty decent success into the Rumble. There's still, though, you could just take the Sion into it. You could take the Ambessa and be a bit more proactive. You've seen the Yorick as well. I think Doran has a range of options, but Xante has been that more popular one.
I find this really interesting that the Nautilus was banned away. I would have expected like Ziggs Mel immediately banned, right? Because that's what Hanj and Brion have been using in the past in order to dodge lane as much as possible.
Lucian
The Lucian is going to be the ban away here. There's a bit of a grin
Lucian
from Keria as well.
Yeah, they opt to leave the Ashe Seraphine open and available, taking away the Lucian instead. I will say, even though Lucian's short range can be difficult, Milio having the CC removal against like a Lux and a KF goes a long way. The Ambessa will come through as a ban, so take that away from Doran. Say Ambessa and K'Sante looking like the strongest matches into Rumble at the moment, and he won't have access to those two.
All right, so what is Ona going to be playing? Oh, Nocturne's up. So they could play Nocturne TF.
There's so many
Nocturne?
junglers. There's Nocturne, there's Jarvan, there's
Pantheon's
Pantheon,
pretty good. Yeah.
there's Xin Zhao. There's a myriad of
Sion.
options.
Jungle Sion.
Doran does
Sion,
refer to Sion,
right.
which we did talk about as being another of the alternatives. Not something we see as often as the K'Sante into it, but it'll definitely do fine. And it also just further emphasizes T1 are focusing bot. You have Sion on the top side, so he's going to be fine on his own devices. And
Jinx?
now,
At
Jin
least
Jin
picking up the
Elise.
Jin, looking for a support to match. Now I'm going hovering two of his picks he's had a lot of success on.
Oh,
Pike.
Go for the
okay.
Pike. So
Oh
going
my
for the
God.
pressure, the kill pressure. Pike also has a lot of innate sustain to shrug off some of the poke for the other side. There will be a lot of harass from this Lux Caitlyn, but the pressure, the ability to find kills, definitely there.
I actually kind of love this Brion composition. It's
free
like very pick compy,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
then once you actually start the fight, the fire raining from the sky, right? You've got Roamer able to
Okay.
realm warp in there. Gideon can run amok, you know, getting kicks and things like that. If you kick someone along the equalizer, they probably just fry to death on their travels. And you can start fights by just fishing with the bone skewer.
Not free
It's kind of cute.
Also, so much of
တိတ်မတွေ့သေး
T1, their draft has been focused around this bot lane. Hanj and Brion have a lot of tools that can make Caitlyn and Lux's life uncomfortable. A lot of pick potential, a lot of single target.
Dragon Lane တိ
ability
ကျ
to
ကြည့်
sort
ရ
of move a
Dragon
champion
Lane
from the
Caitlyn
rear.
Last Jin နဲ့
I think
Pike
T1 very clearly want to get Pays ahead. Hanj and Brion have a lot of options to take him out of the game.
I agree, and I really want to start talking about all the positives for Bro very early, because for T1, Caitlyn Lux can become a lane that is completely over for their opposition.
Please ကတော်တော်ကောင်းနေပြောပါပဲပထမကမာယိုရှိနေရ
And so we're
ဝ
going
င်
to need to
ဝါ
talk about all of the
ပထ
positives
မက
for Bro. Really
Please
get those
ရဲ့
check-ins.
play
Then we're
sign
gonna have
တိ
to
တ်
go
မသိ
check-ins every minute
သူ့ပွဲမကြည့်
for
ဘူး
the Bros to
ဒါပေမဲ့
see where they're at.
ဒီနေ့
because
SK
this could
တောင်
really turn
ဒီ
pear-shaped.
T1 ဝင်တော့မှ
And
ကြည့်နေ
T1, they can then transition
So
into a pretty
good.
comfortable front-to-back style of composition behind Doran on this Scion. But I still do
The
think
SK မှာပဲ
Bros
လော
have
လော
the
လေး
tools to take
ပန်
them
ကိန်း
down if
နှစ်ခါလားမသိ
they
ဘူးယူသွား
it work. We'll see whether they can as we get ready to jump onto the Rift for game number 1. T1 versus Hanj and Brion, although we've got the fan signs back up again. Maybe we're delayed. Or maybe we're not. The music hasn't stopped yet. And yeah, we are paused just a little bit. So making sure that everything is going to get sorted out.
Going off the guy in the lemon suit, which we did see on the intro before Series 1. There was someone wearing a lemon suit.
Yeah, the ads are actually super good. I don't think we get them on the global side. The ads are very good on the Korean side.
That's an intense expression.
Yeah.
I'd expect that if you're wearing a lemon suit.
What are we pouring on top of... I don't really understand this,
ချင်းကြီး
but I kind of like it. I'm very intrigued. Is that... Hey, I was a young boy, you know, just first heading out into the realms of esports, okay? I didn't know any better, and Kobe made me look the fool.
12 years, just long enough to get you again.
Yeah, well, there we go. Doran
Sorry.
debuted
အပြောင်းသွားရင်တော့တကယ်တော့ပြ
2,500?
ဒိုရန်ကို
Wait, didn't he hit
pace
that
ကို
just in their last match? 2,500 days. All right, since his debut. Pretty cool stuff. And I believe that debut was when he subbed in for Sword on Griffin all those years ago in 2019, if memory serves.
There's another message that it's really hard to read.
Okay. Mods, can we get Atlas to explain what going pear-shaped means? He keeps saying it, and I don't know what it means. It just means going wrong.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. I don't know the
that's
etymology
way
of where
more
it started.
difficult than explaining what it means. Is explaining why it's that way.
Yeah. Maybe it's about, something goes pear-shaped if like it gets like a pipe. Like if a pipe is about to break or explode, it goes pear-shaped first before it explodes. Maybe that's where it came from. I actually have no idea.
Oh my god.
A pear shape is actually quite similar to a lot of other things, like a gourd or a vase or a vase, depending on where you're from. What do you say, Ox? Do you say vase or vase?
Oh, I feel like I always do this. When someone asks me, I'm like, what do I say?
Is it schedule or schedule? Who am I?
Okay, not that one. I say vase.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
I feel like it also sounds nicer. If I was ever given the choice to decide, because you can just say either, right?
Yeah.
Like,
that's what happens when I get it unprompted. Like, do you say tomato or tomato? I'm like,
tomato. Tomato.
Tomato.
Obviously,
right?
I say potato.
Yes.
That's what I say every time. As we're going to get saved by a resume coming up here pretty shortly. No idea what went wrong. Or maybe we just had a lot of fan signs that we needed to get into and figure out.
Okay, I did some research about pear shape.
All right.
Apparently, it started in the British Royal Air Force.
Got it.
And I'll finish this when we get in game.
No, you can finish it now. It's fine.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
Okay. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift. Game number 1, T1 versus the Pros. Oh, this is going to be really sad because in the VOD, maybe it'll skip.
Oh.
Not skip the fan chance, but it might skip the intro. And I just went like completely flat into it because we just got messed up by the pause. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm also sorry for speaking over the fan chant leader there for the Bros. But I did get a little bit distracted by the fact that I didn't have the exact gravitas required moving into this series because a lot of the wind was taken out of our sails.
So pear-shaped apparently originated mid-20th century, and it's Royal Air Force slang, which is the Air Force of the UK. And apparently it's because perfect circular loops are
ဒီပွဲ
notoriously
တော့
difficult to perform.
Fika ပထမအဆုံး twist Fika ကို damage ထွက်အောင်
described by
ပထမ
lighting structures
ဝင်
as
ပြတော့
having
မှာ
gone
ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာ
pear-shaped. There is some deliberation as if that's exactly why.
ကြည့်ရချမ်းကြီး
but it's
နေ
pretty
လားမ
agreed
သိ
that
ဘူး
it came
twist
from the
Fika ပွဲကြ
RAF.
တယ်လေဟာ
There you go.
Okay, so that's why we say going pear-shaped.
And that's just when something goes wrong. It's not when someone then makes a mistake and enters an aircraft that they are not qualified to pilot and then tries to do a flip or a loop-de-loop and then
Is
fails
this some
it.
backstory of...
Yeah, no one has ever done that. As Namgung has to flash already.
This is kind of the problem with playing this matchup where you're a melee ranged into double ranged, and Pays netting away there and getting more damage down. The Pike can sustain up a good amount.
And so can Teddy, because he has all of the ward, all of the
မ
potions.
နေ့ကည LEC ပွဲသွားကြည့်တယ်အားမအောင်မဆိုင်ဘူး LCK ကြီးက LCK ကအစတာတွေကလုံးဝ
But with them having flashes and Namgun
အ
not,
တင်းရ
it makes it so
မနေ့
dangerous.
LEC သွားကြည့်ရ
Go for the
G2
play,
နဲ့
they flash a CC and turn around on
KC
you.
နဲ့အာ
Namgun could just die. So him losing that flash is a major factor here
တော့
already.
ED ဆွဲပြီးစော့
Well, they've
ကြည့်ရ
also not done a lot of losing on these champions of T1. Only one loss for Faker on the TF thus far. As oh dear,
Nice.
that's a lot of damage on Namgung. Does manage to find the Bone Skewer, and Deadly Flourish is going to go wide, but Namgung needs to be careful.
Nice.
He comes over, Carrier flashes, and it's first blood over to Pays, and no response
Pace
from the Bros.
Well, definitely not going the way you'd hope in this matchup. And a great flash from Carrier keeps him safe from the Sonic Wave from the Lee Sin. Gideon doesn't lose much from going over to try and help out, but it's a little sad that he shows up and just isn't quite in time to help out and save the play for his team.
Yeah.
We'll get a replay off this.
I don't know whether I want to see it, Ox.
Yeah, a little late on the dash to get away from the binding. And then here, also the root from Teddy doesn't connect, and he can't walk up here to help get a kill on Carrier because Paze is just so healthy and auto-attacking him repeatedly.
Yeah. And
so
the one positive for the Bros is that there are now no flashes on the tier 1 bottom lane. But, I mean, it's only Teddy's flash they really have as well. Some daggers will land on the Lee Sin, who is dealing with the doggos, but I don't think anyone's going to be dying in this mid lane. And having a look here towards top side, casting evens out the farm pretty nicely.
I mean, Doran's doing pretty good in this matchup. All
Yeah.
things considered, we've seen some Rumbles have gone for like the Fierce Strike option in order to just print gold in the matchup, but casting going for Deathfire Touch, and despite that, Doran's still holding up and keeping even is pretty positive.
Has gone for the Swifties, and it's helping him get out of the range of these Qs quite nicely on the casting side of the matchup, so maybe things are going to improve.
We see a lot of the time the Roar the Slayer into the Decimating Smash come through, and the Swifties helping with not only running out of the, dodging both of the skill shots, but just the slow is reduced if Roar the Slayer does catch you.
Yep. Gideon going to be taking the first dragon here. Looks like there's not going to be too... Oh, never mind. There's a Destiny to come in as Faker. He shows up. There's a Realm Warp to bring Roamer in, though, and the secure on the dragon is going to come through for the Bros. A little bit late here is Ona, as Roamer finds a bit of damage onto the Neferi, but otherwise not too much going to come of it. So good play by the Bros.
Yeah, big win for them. The fact that they get the Destiny out in that situation and don't lose anyone, don't even have to commit any summoner spells, feels really good.
First you want to ever take it first.
After already picking up the dragon. It's also a chances up pretty high, so Strong Soul now casting, getting some solid pressure down onto Doran, who's trying to recall, won't be given the chance.
Yeah, Equalizer actually to stop him there as Teddy using the cleanse. And unfortunately, Namgung not going to quite be here to stop half of his health bar from disintegrating.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Namgung's really under-leveled, been giving solo XP over to Teddy, which makes him level 6, but does mean the fight weaker than he would otherwise. Level 6 now hit for Paze, and Carrier is closing in.
Oh dear. It's getting a little bit worrying here towards the bottom side. And another light binding is going to connect the net, and he's just gone. Boom headshot indeed, Caitlyn. As Paze collects up the second kill here for T1, 100% of the kills so far for his squad.
Yep, now he's going to be in such a strong position in this matchup. Namgung he's trying to fish for these plays, but you get hit by one bit of CC, that light binding from the Lux, and you're just dead.
Yeah, it feels like the fish got the line and then pulled the fisherman in to the ocean and ate it.
And the thing is, as the Pike, you're never really getting much tankier.
Yeah,
squishy items.
That is how Pike works, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not building tanky stats like a lot of our melee supports do. And Paze is only going to get more damage, so it's very concerning.
Yeah, it is in fact impossible to build health on Pike, right?
Yeah, it converts.
He just does not get it.
Doesn't believe in it.
He's only allowed to be squishy forever. And we've seen in the late game, teams have made it work. Delight especially, finding great success. I mean, Carrier ran the early game on the Pike, and they did lose that game, but it was still probably one of the greatest Pike performances we've seen in a very long time.
I've also seen some Pike builds focus on resistances, so they are a bit bulkier with the health bar that they have, but I do think Merc Treads would be a good buy. I will say that. But Merc Treads pretty good for everyone on Hands of Rion into this composition that Toma gets it.
He does. Gideon might get